floor. We're about to take to the podium. They go down 70-60.
Joining us now for the St. Joe's press conference is head coach Phil Martelli,
and head coach Phil
Charlie
Martelli.
Brown,
Let's listen
Chris
in.
Clover.
Charlie Brown, by the way, led the way, 16 points.
Again,
at
we'll
12
take an open
Here
statement
on
from
the
Coach
St.
for
Joe
questions
Hawks,
for the players.
following their final season game.
The people that regularly follow know it's always the same with me. It's a numeric game. And it's not shooting percentages, but it's the other numbers. The numbers scream at you. So we had 11 turnovers. We just don't turn the ball over like that. And they had 17 offensive rebounds. They don't offensive rebound like that. So those two numbers, and kind of, that was a grinding game. It was just a little bit rough around the edges, and unfortunately, like just those couple of plays, I think it was tied 60. We got caught in a switch, and they had an offensive rebound, I think when it was 3, and then they had an offensive rebound in the last stretch of time. These guys were really tight over this stretch of time, and they just talked about playing till you were exhausted, and that's what I think every guy that played for us played till they were exhausted. Just didn't play well enough.
Are there a couple questions for the student athletes? Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, you talk about playing basically a full 40 minutes right to the end. Do you feel like you gave, and this is for both Charlie and Chris, do you feel like you gave this Davidson team everything you could handle or everything you could give them?
Yes, definitely. Everyone went out there to play hard. They gave their all. We just wasn't good enough today.
I mean, this group of guys, we gave everything we had every day. I mean, whether it's practice, film, walkthroughs, anything like that, we's all in or none at all. So it's kind of tough losing, but we gave it all. We gave it all we had. So.
Questions for yes, sir.
For both of you, for Chris, it seemed like in the second half you found a little bit of a path to the basket as a team. Was that kind of what you were trying to emphasize?
Yes, definitely. Getting downhill on some of the guys that had slow feet, so we wanted to attack them and get to the rim and try to get foul calls. And that was kind of the game plan going in the second half.
Flip side, obviously, 2 for 19 on threes. It was that kind of game. What do you give credit to them on that, or just wasn't falling?
To be honest, I think it plays both parts. I think we missed shots, and they're a great defensive team. So.
Other questions for players? Yes.
Coach mentioned last night that you'd probably be going up against an NBA backcourt with Kellen and John Axel. What is your take on these two? I guess that's really the question to ask.
I mean, they're two great players. Great at what they do.
Like Charlie said, the two great players, and they showed up tonight. They did what they were supposed to do and got the win. We did all we could against them. We tried to limit Grady and Goodmanson, but they were a little too much for us tonight. But we definitely gave it our all and did what we could.
Gentlemen, thank you. We're going to let you guys go back to the locker room, and we will keep Coach here for just a few more minutes for some more questions.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Questions for the coach? Yes, sir.
Jacob Schwartz, voice of reason. Coach, coming into this game, obviously you knew that this was a short rest before you got ready for a tough team. What were some of the highs, and I guess what were some of the lows? I know you mentioned the three-point shooting was probably the low, and as well as the rebounding, but do you still feel like the foul shooting was one of the highs, I guess?
No, I actually think the high for us in the game was we started out the second half slow. They back cut us. We turned the ball over, inbounding the ball to start the half. Then they back cut us. They had 3 layups. That was on top of the 2 layups to finish the half. We took a timeout. We were down 7, and that would be the time when fatigue could enter in. And all of a sudden, we're breaking balls loose. We created a lot of with defensive hands, and then we went too fast. You know, like it's not a game for the fast; it's a game for the quick. And we had a couple of transition plays that were not fulfilled. And I think in at least 2 of the cases, had the ball gone in the basket, that would have given us the lead. But unfortunately, we didn't do that. And you know, I'll go back and look, and I'm wondering if the offensive rebounds had anything to do with just that beat off. We had a sharp day. I mean, we did our scouting report at 9 o'clock. We did our walkthrough at 1 o'clock. We came to the building. I thought I'm always looking at body language and well, we would be ready to compete. We just weren't good enough for 40 minutes. We were good for a long stretch of time, but not for 40 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Bill, when you're talking about playing fast, did you feel like a little bit of that in the first half? It seemed like you guys thought maybe they had that quickness advantage and were trying to take it to them a little bit. It was just sort of.
Well, we always wanted to play. We always wanted to play at them and not around them, because their shot challenges on 3-pointers are exceptional. They play with very high hands. Not 2 for 19, but we wanted to play downhill as much as we could. And we didn't have the balance, you know, like we didn't get everything across the board. I think at halftime we had 4 guys that had scored. We only had 4 bench points. Not for lack of trying, but we didn't have the pop in the first half. I think we came out, started the game 9-2, had a good feel there, but then we went a long stretch there and the ball didn't go in. And has been a case for us all year. When the ball doesn't go in, we have a tendency to just think, well, the next jumper, when really it's the next penetration. We wanted to try to touch the paint as much as we could and find our teammates from there.
With that, Coach, I'm going to let you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.